Friends, let us now today discuss with a new topic that is called as clocks and calendars. Clocks, we have to consider circular clocks, and calendars, it's again a different topic. Clocks normally can be dealt with two different aspects. One is of circular motion and one can be directly that in the form of logic. Okay, now let's first understand what is there in clocks. Now you know that whenever I represent a clock, you picturize one circular frame in which there are digits numbered from 1 to 12, maybe 12, 1, 2, in this way. Okay, now the questions normally you will be facing on clocks is dependent on angle between the hands of the clock. Now you know that clock has got three hands, minute hand and hour hand and second hand. Right now we will not consider second hand, we will consider just minute hand and hour hand. Now the patterns of questions which you may come across in clocks and how they need to be solved. First and the foremost thing, you know that if I consider a clock which is showing 12 noon. Now if this minute hand rotates through 60 degrees, hour hand travels from 12 to 1. So can I tell that net when minute hand travels 60 minutes, when minute hand travels 60 minutes, hour hand travels 30 degrees. Why? Now again you can consider that this entire angle is 360 degrees because this is a circle, this is having central angle to be 360 degrees. Now these 360 degrees have 12 markings, so each marking is of 30 degrees. Now these 360 degrees have got 12 markings, so this entire angle is of 30 degrees. So you know that this much angle is 30 degrees, this much angle is 30 degrees, this much angle is 30 degrees, and again in this 30 degrees there are 5 markings, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 1 minute is of 6 degrees. Basically 1 minute is of 6 degrees, 1 minute mark is of 6 degrees, but we are not going to use it once again. We are going to use this ratio, that when minute hand rotates through 360 degrees, it means that it rotates through 60 minutes. It travels 60 minutes. In the same time, hour hand travels through 30 degrees, that is, it travels from 12 to 1. Again in the next 1 hour, when minute hand rotates through 60 minutes, hour hand travels 30 degrees, 1 to 2. So this is the ratio which we are going to use. Now let us understand what type of questions might be asked to you in this case. Suppose the first pattern of question that may be asked on clocks is, what is angle between the hands of the clocks at, let us say, 7:30, or maybe let us say take it to be 5:50, or maybe say you are asked angle between the hands of the clock at 4:10. Now whenever you are asked such a question on clocks, you need to understand the first and the foremost thing, that is, you need to draw a rough sketch of this if you want to get this answer within seconds. Rough sketch of 7:30 will be something like this. Now I need to get this angle. What is the angle between the hands of the clock at 7:30? Okay, so what is the first thing you need to do? First, you know that between any two hours there is an angle of 30 degrees. Now you just need to think of this angle. Now this angle is 15 degrees, that is all, that is well known to you. But how can you predict that minute hand is at 6, that is for sure. How can you predict that hour hand is between 7 and 8, exactly between 7 and 8? Because it's 30 minutes, so hour hand is exactly between 7 and 8. So this angle is 30 degrees and this angle is 15 degrees, so this angle will be 45 degrees. So this was pretty simple to judge because minute hand was at 30 minutes and hour hand was exactly between 7 and 8. But what will be the case when the situation is something like this? That is, your timing is 5:50 and you wanted to find out the position of the hour hand with respect to minute hand. Now again what I'll do, I'll make a rough sketch of 5:50. Rough sketch of 5:50 will be in this pattern. Now what is the angle between the hands of the clock at 5:50? That is what you are asked. Again, what you need to do, you need to find out the 30 degrees values first. This is 30 degrees, this is 30 degrees, this is 30 degrees, and this is 30 degrees. So 30, 30, 30, 30, that is 120 for sure. But you need to also consider that the minute hand is at 10.10, but our hand is not at 6, it's slightly behind 6. Our hand is slightly behind 6, and hence we need to find out this angle as well. Okay, now what can be this angle? Now we know that if we want to find out this entire angle, this has 30, 60, 90, 120 degrees. Now beyond this 120 degrees, it has got some more degrees over here. We need to find out this value. Now first and the foremost thing, how much this value might be. So one of the predictions you can make is this hour hand will come at 6 after 10 minutes. Now as per this ratio, when minute hand moves 60 minutes, hour hand moves 30 degrees. Now our minute hand has to move 10 more minutes. Now 10 minutes for our minute hand, it means 5 degrees for hour hand. As per this ratio, when minute hand moves 60 minutes, hour hand moves 30 degrees. Now we know that this will come at 6 after 10 minutes. So during this 10 minute span, when minute hand moves 10 minutes, hour hand will have to move 5 degrees. So can I tell that 30, 60, 90, 120 degrees and this 5 degrees. So this angle must be 125 degrees. Is it? So you need to understand this concept of 5 degrees. Even the another way to look at it is that when it was 5 o'clock, the situation was something like this. I am drawing it by a dotted line because it's imaginary. Okay. Now at 5 p.m. the situation was something like this. The minute hand was at 12 and hour hand was at 5. Now you know that after 5 p.m. the minute hand has travelled 50 minutes because we are finding out the angle at 5:50. Now when minute hand travels 50 minutes, hour hand travels, as per this ratio, minute hand travels 60 minutes, then hour hand travels 30 degrees. So when minute hand travels 50 minutes, hour hand travels 25 degrees. Now from this position it has travelled 25 degrees. Now if it has travelled this 25 degrees, and you know that this entire angle was 30, out of this 25 has been already traversed. So obviously 5 degrees is left behind. So 5 degrees has to be added to this. So 30, 60, 90, 120 and 5, 125 degrees. That can be the way. Now again, if I am asked what is the angle between the hands of the clock at 4:10, let us see this with a different diagram once again. So I am first drawing it in the form of 4:10. 4:10 will be represented something like this. Minute hand will be at 2, hour hand will be slightly ahead of 4 but not at 4. Now we need to find out this angle. Now you know that this angle is for sure 30 degrees. This angle is for sure 30 degrees. So 60 degrees I know. But the problem is that we know that the minute hand is dot at 2, but our hand has gone slightly ahead of 4. Because marking of 4 o'clock is over here. Our hand has gone slightly ahead of 4. Now we need to find out this angle. Now you know that at 4 o'clock the situation was something like this. The our hand was at 4 and minute hand was at 12. The situation was something like this at 4 o'clock. Now when minute hand travels 10 minutes, our hand travels 5 degrees. So obviously this 30, 60 and this 5 degrees. Obviously when minute hand has travelled 10 minutes, our hand will travel 5 degrees as per this ratio. So obviously this 30, this 60 and 5, so angle should be 65 degrees. Now there is one more method to find out these all values. I have given you just the fastest way to get it.